Hi guys, this is 9.6 complex fractions. So another term that you're going to hear that's used for complex fractions are nested fractions. That's the term that Khan Academy uses. It just means that you're going to have a fraction over a fraction. So a fraction in the numerator and a fraction in the denominator. Now when we went over this, I used the term or the phrase keep, change, flip. Okay, when you have a fraction in the numerator and the fraction in the denominator, you keep the first fraction. So we have x over 2 in the numerator. You change the sign from division to multiplication, and then you flip the fraction here in the denominator. So we have 3x divided by 5, and I'm going to flip it. I now have 5 in the numerator and 3x in the denominator. Now remember that when you multiply fractions, you multiply straight across. So we have x times 5 is 5x, 2 times 3x is 6x, and then you simplify. The x's cancel out, and so we're left with 5 over 6. So make sure you understand this process before you carry on here. All right, so I have one example right here. 3k over 7 divided by 21 over 2k squared. So we keep the numerator, 3k over 7. I change my division sign to multiplication, and then I flip this denominator. So I now have 2k squared in the numerator and 21 in the denominator. Okay, so keep, change, flip. We multiply straight across. 3 times 2 is 6k cubed. K times k squared is k cubed. 7 times 21 is going to give you 147 here. And then that is not going to simplify. All right, so that's your answer there. That's all we're doing. They will get more complicated, and we will have to start to factor them. So numerator, denominator, keep the top, 9x over x plus 2 times, so we changed our sign, flip the second fraction. So now I have x squared minus 4 in the numerator all over 3. We're going to multiply straight across. I'm going to simplify here before I multiply. I know this 9 is going to divide by this 3. That's going to become a 1. That's going to become a 3. Okay. You can also factor this here, but I'm going to wait. Let's go ahead and factor this. Well, let's multiply straight across. Okay, sorry guys. So now I have 3x times x squared minus 4. I'm not going to multiply it out just yet. And then I have x plus 2 times 1, which is just x plus 2 on the bottom. So now I'm going to go ahead and factor this so you can see what happens. This is 3x. Here, if you wanted to do your table, you were looking for the factors of -4 that sum to 0. So that's going to give you x plus 2 and x minus 2 here. 2 times -2. All over x plus 2 here in the denominator. So then you'll notice that we have x plus 2 in the top and the bottom, which go to 1. So your final answer here is 3x times x minus 2 all over 1, which is just 3x, x minus 2. Okay, that is your final answer there. I have a few more examples for you. Okay, this one's pretty complicated. You're going to have to combine here in the numerator, combine in the denominator, and then you divide. So before we do keep, change, flip, I'm going to add these two. Okay, so these do not have a common denominator. So I'm going to multiply this one by x in the top and the bottom, and this one by x plus 1 in the top and the bottom. So I'm going to rewrite this as 1 times x plus 1 is just x plus 1 here, over x times x plus 1, and I'm doing this the long way so you can just kind of keep up with what's going on, but you don't have to write this out like this. Okay, that's all in the numerator, so I'm going to keep going over here. So since I have a common denominator, I have x plus 1 plus x all over x times x plus 1, which is going to give me 2x plus 1 over x times x plus 1 in the numerator. So now we have to do this denominator. This is actually going to be 4 over 1. So I'm going to multiply, this isn't missing anything, but this is missing an x here. What you do to the bottom, you do to the top. So I have 4x over x minus 1 over x, which is 4x minus 1 over x. Nothing's going to combine there, so I'm just going to carry that over. Okay, numerator, denominator. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and do my keep, change, flip. So I'm going to keep the numerator, 2x plus 1 over x times x plus 1. Change my sign to multiplication. I'm going to flip that second fraction. So x over 4x minus 1. Okay, so then when you multiply, we multiply straight across. I have 2x squared plus x over, I'm going to leave this in factored form, x plus 1, 4x minus 1. And that's it. Nothing's going to cancel out here. I can't factor this. That's not right. This is plus x here. So we can actually factor out an x. So if you would have caught it here, this is going to cancel with that there. So I'm just going to factor it out for you. So I'm going to have x over 2x plus 1 here, and then x plus 1, 4x minus 1, and then these will go to 1. So we're left with 2x plus 1 in the top, x plus 1 times 4x, oops, sorry guys, 4x minus 1 in the denominator. And that's your answer there. Okay, so nothing too difficult. It can get kind of messy if you're not careful. It is a little tedious, but it's nothing that we haven't covered, so you should be okay with this. I have 2 practice problems for you here. I suggest that you do them. Also, the Khan Academy that you'll need to do for this one is the nested fractions, and we'll be starting our review for the quiz after this section. So if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you in class.